just when you thought you were going to have a nice quiet evening in, Leggy pops up with a review. Do I apologise? No, not really. You know, for all my faults, and I have many, I am nevertheless very persistent and possibly a little bit annoying. In fact, you know what? One of my neighbours said to me once, she says, John, you don't have an off button. And I went, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And she went, maybe. So I don't know what the actual outcome, I didn't really get a proper answer, but apparently I don't have an off button. And I will tell you, I do have a lot of energy and I do have a lot of passion, and a lot of it is directed towards fragrances, because fragrances, you know, they keep me going. And if you're the same, then you're at the right channel, because this fragrance channel is crazy. In fact, it's not the channel that's crazy, it's actually me. But the craziness is the fact that my passion is to pass on that passion, to inspire you to wear a fantastic fragrance every single day. The fragrance we're going to talk about this evening is a relatively inexpensive fragrance. For 100 millilitres, you will spend between 25 and 30 British pounds. You know what, for me, that is a very reasonable price for 100 ml. But I suppose you're going to say, well, Leggy, does it perform and does it smell good? First of all, let me show you the bottle. So, we are talking about Bentley for Men Intense. Okay? Spray it, Leggy. Come on, spray it. Okay, calm down. Nobody needs to get hurt. Let me just talk you through the first time I came across this fragrance. Sprayed it just like I have. Smelt it. I thought, first of all, that's strong. That's intense. And then I heard a little voice. It said, do you want to fight? And I was like, where's that coming from? I realised it was the fragrance. Do you want to fight? It said. And I was like, no, I'm all right, thank you. What? A little bit later, I heard it say to me, do you want to start? I was like, cool. This fragrance, all right, I'll be honest with you. This fragrance is desperately trying to prove its manliness. It's desperately trying to be an alpha male fragrance. It's definitely trying to prove its muscles and its power and its authority. And I've got to be honest, when I first smelt it, I was like, not entirely the sort of fragrance that I would wear. All right, let me try and describe the smell to you. There is some frankincense, which gives it, well, that's quite a unique sort of scent right at the top. The frankincense is quite loud. Then it's peppery, then it's leathery, then underneath that it almost smells oady, but I don't think there's any oud in it. There's a little bit of cedarwood, there's some patchouli. Okay. This fragrance is ultra male, alpha male fragrance. And I thought, right, okay, just wear it, Leggy, wear it and see what happens. Do you know what? It starts off the sort of fragrance that would push its way to the front of the queue. I'm important. It really tries to be bossy. It really tries to be, out the way. I'm more important than you. It starts off really trying to prove its credentials as a man. 20 minutes later, I caught a whiff of it. I thought, cool, that's changed. It's almost starting to change now, but not quite. Trust me, 20 minutes in, Bentley Intense for Men, is it for men? Yes, it's for men. I was going to say for man. Right, it goes from trying to push its way to the front of the queue. And it's, right, there's a certain sweetness. I think it may be the patchouli. And it comes up and it suddenly changes this fragrance into a Mr. Nice Guy fragrance. You know, it would then be a fragrance that would hold a door open for a female and say, you first, or in the checkout in the supermarket, oh no, you first, you know what, this completely changes. And you know, I ought to sort of practice what I preach, because I always say to people, don't judge it in the first 10 minutes. Okay, I didn't go and scrub it off, I didn't say it's not for me, I kind of just left it on my skin. Actually, it is just, the sweetness is just starting to come through, and it's only been on there a couple of minutes. Okay, trust me, this goes from trying to prove its manliness, and it's a really bossy sort of manly fragrance, to a completely nice guy, right? It got two characters. Okay, now, if you can deal with the first 20 minutes, after that, it then goes on to last another sort of maybe 2, 3, 4 hours, and that's as a sort of a fairly small scent bubble. It will trail off you as you're walking along. It projects gently. Okay, it's not a massive performer, but for its price, it's stunning. Okay, but the first 20 minutes, ignore that. It's just too much, it's too intense, it's too masculine. I know I'm not saying that after 20 minutes it sort of becomes a complete wimp. Okay, it keeps its masculine strength, but it becomes a nice guy. Okay, it's not trying to prove itself, it's not pushing itself to the front of the queue. All right, I hope it makes sense. So the first 20 minutes, kind of deal with that and know that for the next 3 or 4 hours, you are going to just keep getting whiffs. And it does last well, you know. You are going to keep getting whiffs of a nice masculine, it's clearly masculine, but it's a very much sweeter and more smoother and more gentle fragrance than when it first starts off. Okay. Right, message me if any of that made sense. Message me if you've got it. I know it's a popular one. I know a lot of people have it. Bentley for Men. It's the Intense. Okay, I think there's about 4 or 5 in the Bentley range. This is the Intense one. And I've got to say, it is an absolutely amazing fragrance for its price point. 25 to £30 delivered. That's crazy for me. Now, who could wear this? Right, it does have a maturity, so even though it becomes a Mr. Nice Guy after 20 minutes, I would still say it is not really suited to a teenager. Okay, you've got to be sort of 20, 25 plus to rock this, and this is absolutely perfect for a more mature guy. Okay, and I think it's probably the leather and the pepper that keep it mature. Okay, the leather and the pepper are not dominating all the way through, but they do give it a sense of maturity. This is probably sort of better suited for the cooler weather. You could wear it in a summer evening sort of thing, but just perhaps avoid the heat of the summer days. This is, yeah, it would probably annoy you in the middle of the summer. Okay, perfect in the cooler weather. Okay, would I recommend it? You know, I would, because it's very versatile. It will do the office, it'll do the workplace, it will do kind of pretty much any kind of activity. You could use it as a gym fragrance if you wanted to. It's kind of very universal. Deal with the first 20 minutes and wait for the Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, I really appreciate you watching this video. I appreciate you even coming to this channel. It's crazy because I'm just a random guy sharing fragrances with you. One main mission is to show you fragrances, obviously, to try and inspire you to wear one every day. You know, whether you spray it once or twice a day, whether you spray it 10 times a day, I'm an extreme, I'm spraying all day long. You don't have to do that, but you could. That way you will keep a smile on your face, and you might get a few comments, you might get a few conversations, and you will get a lovely warm feeling inside when that fragrance. Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you now. I thank you for your time and your patience, and I hope to see you on the next review. In the meantime, you've got to please stay safe, and you have got to wear a good fragrance every day. Goodbye.